And then a completely bizarre one, the 1976 King Kong. Mark of Horror and Hugsy here. We returned from another trip to pawn shops near and far. And again, we got DVDs for $1, and we got Blu-rays for $3. And this pickup, and again, it's getting harder and harder to find stuff that I don't have. But we picked up a DVD of Todd McFarlane's Spawn, not the Michael Jai White film, but the animated series that was on HBO. I don't know if this is the whole animated series that was on HBO, or just some excerpts. It says it runs 140 minutes, so 2 hours and 20 minutes. So maybe that's just one season's worth. Spawn. Picked up 13 Ghosts. I already had the old version, and this is the remake of 13 Ghosts. Pod. This is one my wife picked out for me. She asked me if I had it, and I said I didn't know, and by the time I got to her, I realized I did not have this one. So it's recommended. It was at South by Southwest over in Austin, which I'm hoping to attend one of these years. The Japanese Ju-on, an eerie tale of a family who's brutally killed in their own home, leaving behind an evil spirit lurking in the shadows. But anyway, this is one of the first of the Japanese style horror films, and of course it's The Grudge is what it is. The mini-series of Frank Herbert's Dune, which is in no way horror, but I oddly felt compelled to pick it up because I picked up David Lynch's version of Dune, and this was right next to it. So I picked up both at the same spot, $1 a piece. And David Lynch's Dune I picked up because it has so many well-known horror actors in it that I thought I might want to excerpt some of it for later videos. And then I'll watch this one to compare it to. Tremors 5 Bloodlines. I had Tremors 1 through 4. Why not add 5? Still need to get number 6 as well, I'd imagine. Village of the Damned. I think the only John Carpenter film I didn't own. I have previously owned it and turned it into McKay's because I think it's one of his rare complete misfires. It is not a good film. I think the people who enjoy the film most are those who did not see the original. The original is a masterpiece. And John Carpenter reimagined The Thing. He took a film that was a masterpiece, The Thing from Another World, reimagined it into his own film, mostly by going back to the original story Who Goes There, and The Thing is a classic. It's one of the best horror films ever made. So he went back to the well and reimagined Village of the Damned, and it's not better, it's worse. But still an enjoyable film, especially if you haven't seen the other one. That's it for the DVDs that I got, but the Blu-rays I picked up were $3 a piece, and apparently the pawn shop I went to didn't know the difference between Blu-rays and 4K. So I actually picked up the first season of Westworld, the entire first season, on 4K for $3. That's the price they wanted. I wasn't trying to negotiate or anything. So an unopened copy of Blade of the Immortal. Obviously, this is a samurai type epic, and is not a horror movie, but it is by Takashi Mike, who made Audition. Blade of the Immortal. I'll probably watch it once and turn it into McKay's. David Cronenberg. Who could resist a David Cronenberg for $3? This one is Existenz, which actually had the misfortune of coming out shortly after The Matrix. Existenz is a great movie about virtual reality, but it came out after The Matrix, and The Matrix blew everyone away when it came out, and so this one just got buried and then just released a video after a short theatrical run. The Quiet Ones, another release from the renewed Hammer license. It's actually a pretty good story. A shocking experiment. An unspeakable evil. And it stars Jared Harris. The Quiet Ones. I haven't watched it since the theater. Upgrade my DVD version of Blade to the Blu-ray version of Blade. And since I have the other 3 Starship Troopers, why not the animated one, Traitor of Mars? I imagine this will be entertaining. Yes, I know, not horror at all, West Side Story, but I picked this up for my mother-in-law because she loves musicals, and we'll spend an afternoon watching this and having lunch together. Another 4K. Again, they charged me $3 for it because they didn't care. They either don't know or didn't care that there's a difference between Blu-ray and 4K. So $3 for Blade Runner 2049. Return to House on Haunted Hill. Another upgrade. I have it on DVD, but now I have it on Blu-ray. One of the Echo Bridge multi-features. I don't really care for these because they usually pack them. Yeah, yeah, they packed all 4 onto one disc. So this may not be much of an upgrade, but it's Dracula 2000, Dracula 2, Dracula 3, and Wes Craven Presents They. One Missed Call, and if you ever go in and see this oversized DVD, this normal DVD case, oversized for Blu-ray cases, and the top is like this, you don't need to look at the sticker. That's an old Blockbuster title. But yes, an old Blockbuster title. Warm Bodies, complete with slipcover. The Midnight Meat Train, unrated director's cut. This one I'll have to be careful when I excerpt it on videos because this one is actually too gruesome for YouTube standards. Particularly Ted Raimi's death. Spoiler alert. And then the next three that I picked up, I've always wanted to walk into a pawn shop. I go to the pawn shops all the time, and I've always wanted to walk into a pawn shop and find that another collector had turned in stuff. Because what I find are all mainstream releases. I rarely find anything from the nice small boutique releases. You know, no Blue Underground, no Scream Factory, no Vinegar Syndrome, nothing like that where you have to mail order it. It's all stuff where somebody walked into Walmart and they bought it and they didn't like it, or they ran into financial trouble and turned it in. Well, at this one pawn shop, I did find some evidence that somebody who was a collector like me had turned them in, and it made me a little sad because it made me think that they hadn't turned it in for an upgrade, that they turned it in because they'd ran into financial trouble and had to get rid of their collection. And so it made me a little sad. But I did pick up three interesting items. I picked up Two Evil Eyes from George Romero and Dario Argento, and it's a Blue Underground disc. I picked up the Australian Night of the Living Dead, Tom Savini's 1990 remake of Night of the Living Dead. I don't think it has a US Blu-ray release. This is the Australian Blu-ray release. I'm hoping it's all region, but I do have a region-free player if it's not. I haven't tried it out yet. And then a completely bizarre one, the 1976 King Kong from Dino De Laurentiis on Blu-ray, which is not available in the United States, again, as far as I'm aware of. I'll have to look that up. I'll put it in the notes if I find that it is. But apparently it wasn't, because whoever it was bought it from Germany. This is a German disc. It does have the film in English language, although I don't know if it'll have forced German subtitles or not. But I thought it was very interesting, and I picked that one up for $3. So another very successful pawn shop trip. I don't know how many successful pawn shop trips I have. There's still few cities around where I haven't hit them, but the ones that I've already hit, it takes a long time for them to replenish their stock. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please click like, subscribe, or comment below on one of the features that I picked up. Thank you.